Awesome. Hooray. I'm glad. Oh, wait. I didn't want to. Oh, well, we'll see how far I get here to determine. Alrighty. Hi, guys. Well, I have not posted for at least a couple of weeks. I don't even remember when I last posted. All I know is that was sometime at the beginning of my break. Anyway, just updates for you guys. This is my last week home. Sad face. I go back to school on the 18th, and then I'm there. I come home every once in a while, but I'm technically there until May. And then I graduate. Yay! This is my last semester. Oh my god, it's so hard to believe that this is my last semester. I don't know what just happened with my camera. It stopped and then it shrunk. So, this may look a little different halfway through. I don't know. But anyway, so I have that. I'm looking forward to. I'm so excited to finally be able to walk across the stage and say I'm a graduate again. For college this time and not high school. But yeah, these were the fastest 4 years. Okay, except freshman year, because freshman year, I don't know if you guys have been following me since then, but I was having issues with my very first major that I had before I went to broadcasting, and that was communication science and disorder. And sooner or later, I probably am going to go back for that, but for now, I'm going to hold off. After I graduate, I'm going to start paying off my loans, and then as soon as I get those paid off, a good amount, and I actually have money that I don't have to get loans, I'm hopefully going to go for my master's degree in either communication science and disorders or teaching English as a second language. One of those two. Both of those can work for my major, in a way. Everything works with broadcasting. But yeah, sorry, I keep looking over there. I'm actually keeping tabs on my water because, as you can see, or you probably can't see. Yeah, you can't see it. Uh-oh. Oh no, I didn't braid this tight enough. Oh no. Oh well, I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. I have box braids, and I'm not untying this because it took forever to tie. At least this was the only one, and this was the first one I did, so that's why. And then all the others are fine. Yeah, no loose ends, just this one. This one's the only one. So that was not my braider's fault. That was my fault because I had braided the ends for some of these. So, and like I said, this was the first one I had braided, and so it was really loose. I was still trying to figure out my hand movements because looking down like this, the hand movements are the exact opposite, and I'm left-handed too, so it's the exact opposite of what she does. So I have to try and match it so it doesn't look weird. So about half of these, of braiding them down, took me a while because yeah, just trying to figure out the direction. And as you can see, the sun is shining. Yay! I'm so happy. Anyway, so yeah, what was I talking about? School. This semester is going to be a very, very interesting semester. You may be wondering why. The reason why is because I am actually, technically I am done with my broadcasting classes except for like two broadcasting classes that I have to take. But the other one that I'm taking, I'm really just taking because I need another 300, 400 level course in anything. And since I'm already in broadcasting, may as well just go ahead and take that because it does like I'm working with a production group, kind of. So that should be interesting. But anyway, that's not the interesting part. Well, it kind of is, but the interesting part is I am taking a swimming class. And my professor is a graduate assistant, and I have nothing against that. Have I had any graduate? No. I only had one graduate assistant one time, and I told myself never again will I do that. But sadly, in swimming, it's not really a lecture base, it's more hands-on, so I shouldn't have any problem. Um, Compared to psychology, where I had my other graduate assistant teacher, and she ran through the notes either very quickly or very slowly and very boringly. She had a monotone, and we all did not like it. She was a nice person, but we did not like the simple, slow pace that she was doing. We're like, okay, come on. And of course, I had to leave that class early because I had news stuff that I had to do for my news class. Or not really my news class, my video class. Because I wasn't in news yet. Or was I in graphics? No, I was not. That was my junior year that I was in graphics. Never mind. But my video class, we had to help with news, so yeah, that was that. And what else? Sorry, I'm like hitting my head. I just oiled my hair. Actually, not with this stuff. I'm not going to do this until I dip my hair one more time to straighten out the last little bits, because they're still kind of scraggly. So I'm going to straighten those out a bit more. But yeah, the reason why swimming is going to be interesting is because, one, I don't know how many girls are going to be in that class, and two, I swim better under than over water. I can swim like over water, no problem. Head up, no problem. But I swim a lot better, and I feel a lot safer for some God knows reason. I don't know why, but I feel a lot safer swimming under than over. Even though I'm in more danger if I swim under, because there's no chance for me to breathe. I don't know why. I don't know my mentality with that. I'm not terrified, but it takes a little bit more for me to swim on top. And that's another reason why I'm taking this swimming class, because it is something I love doing. I do love to swim, and it'll help me kind of know more movements above water, because I don't know that. I only know the backstroke and the doggy paddle and the what is it, breaststroke. I kind of know that one. That one's a little hard for me to do. But I have been watching videos, and we're going to be learning that in class, so yeah. More updates. Okay, so that's school. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't really have any other interesting classes with school. Next is, I guess you guys are wondering how far I got in my cross stitch, since I've been off for literally a month. And excuse me, I will show you guys how far I got. I'll be right back. Oh, where's the other needle? Okay, I'm like, oh crap, I lost the other needle. That would be bad. Alright, so I don't know if you guys remember where I was last time. If you don't, just click to my other video. If you click to the one before this, I don't know if that was the one I accidentally put on my other account, but if it is, and you click on the video before this, it should lead you to my other account, so there you go. But this is a page and a little more than a half. So this is a whole page. I don't know if you guys can see. That's a whole page. And then this little section's another whole page. Or so I'm almost done with this, and I'm debating if I want to work down and over, or if I want to go up and over. I may end up working down and over so I can get all the detailed stuff done and over with, and then I'll just worry about this later. But yeah, so I don't know. We will see. And these are all the color. Oh, not even all of them, because I have more up here. I have one up there. But these are all, or a good majority of the colors that I'm using. I don't know if you see them, and they're all wrapped around each other, so of course you can't see. I'm not going to try and unwrap them, but yeah. So that's that with the cross stitching. I don't know if it's done broiling, so I'm actually going to end this one really short. So yeah. Oh, Christmas! I forgot to say happy belated Christmas and a happy belated New Year. I know I'm late on that. I'm sorry. I've been going back and forth with so many things. I've had photo shoots with one of my friends. He wanted to do some photo shoots for his new paintings for me, which I'm really excited to see. And I feel so bad. A couple of weeks ago, actually my first week back home, my aunt and I had went to Winter Wonderfest. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's just basically like this winter wonderland for kids and adults at Navy Pier in some ballroom. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, like, they have different trees. It's really pretty, and they have this huge tree, and they have rides for little kids and older kids. It's really fun. But anyway, somewhere along the way, I think it was actually when I got on the ride that pushes you back, and it doesn't have any holders except like a little band in front. I forgot what it's called, but it spins really fast and the pressure pushes you back. And I think that ended up screwing up my back, which in the end ended up causing me to get a headache, and a pretty bad one at that. Even worse than the one that I have when I got my braids done. But yeah, so I was trying to get over that, and I ended up getting kind of sick off that ride, and I wasn't really. I'm like, okay, that's usually what happens to people when they get off, and it was going at a higher intensity than like last year and the year before that. It was going very fast, and my body, I guess, was not used to that. It's used to the slower one, and my body protested, and it hurt like a bitch. Anyway. I think it was the next day or later that day, I can't remember. I think it was actually later that day. My mom and I ended up hanging out with one of our friends, and he did a painting over the summer for me, and I had saw the painting. It was on the wall. I had saw it, but it looked like someone completely different. It did not look like me, because her hair was a lot different than how I had it during the photo shoot. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's someone else. It's really nice, but it's not me. So I like told him it was really nice, but I was also in pain from the headache and the back, and so I didn't really seem so enthused about it like the other few paintings that he's done for me. And my mom had told me later that day that she had asked me if I had liked the painting. I'm like, yeah, I like the painting. It's really cute. And she's like, oh, okay, because Lawrence, or he kept asking if you liked the painting because you weren't like happy about it, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, if you look closely, you could kind of tell that he was kind of upset that you didn't like say anything about it or seem so enthused about it like you usually are. I'm like, I'm sorry. And so I like sent him an email later that night, and I'm like, and I was like apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I really hope I did not like make you upset. I'm like, I really did like the painting. I really did. It was a nice painting. And because he kept asking if I wanted to take it home, and since it wasn't my, or since I didn't know it was me, I'm like, no, there's no reason for me to keep it. I'm like, you can keep it. And so I guess that kind of made him a little upset as well, and I can understand why, because usually I do take his paintings home of all the ones that he's done for me. But like I said, I didn't know that he did that painting until I saw it. But yeah, so I'm like, I was explaining to him like how I wasn't able to tell that it was me, and I didn't seem so enthusiastic about it because I was in pain. I was literally like teary-eyed pain. I was tired. So those two combinations are not good for me. And I explained to him like, oh, and this was true too. When I found out that it was me, and he asked if I wanted to take it home, and I told him to keep it here for now. I told him, I'm like, well, the reason why I said keep it here for now is because I need to find somewhere to put it, and I finally did, so I can ask him to hand it over, so I can put it up. But at that time, I didn't like know exactly where to put it, and I was going to have family coming over for Christmas, and my family is touchy-feely with things that are new. They like to like pick things up, and especially Uncle Lewis, my uncle, well, slash cousin, he's actually my cousin. He likes to touch things, and I was not about to risk him breaking that painting. So I'm like, no, Lawrence, you just keep it at your house. And I explained it to him later that night. I'm like, well, since I have family coming over for Christmas, I don't want them to touch it and mess it up, because I'll be very upset if that happened. But definitely when I find a place to put it, I'll definitely ask for it back. And now that I found a place to put it, I will be asking for it very soon. I just gotta get needles and hang wire to hang it up. But yeah, so that's it with the painting. Also, Christmas. I actually enjoyed this Christmas very much. I enjoy all my Christmases, but I'm very happy with this one. And that is because I got a Keurig! Yay! Oh geez, how long is this? 18 minutes, holy crap. And the reason I'm happy for that is because I always, since this past summer, I've wanted a coffee maker, or a coffee machine so badly. And I had told my dad about it. I'm like, and we had saw a Keurig like 2.0, and I'm like, see, I don't want something like this expensive. I just need like a simple, like $30 to $50 one, something simple that I can do. And I was really just talking. I didn't know he was actually like listening and actually going to get it. But during during Christmas Eve, I go over his house during Christmas Eve so I could spend time with my mom's side on Christmas Day. He had pulled out this huge box wrapped in red paper, red wrapping paper, and he handed it to me. And I opened it, and I was so happy. And what happened? I would not let anyone touch it. I kept it in my eyesight the entire time. But yeah, and then it's taking a long time for it to boil. Um, and so when I got home, or actually, I had asked him about it. I'm like, okay, were you actually planning this since I started talking about it with you? And he's like, yeah. When we went to Walmart and I like saw it, I'm like, okay, this is the one I'm gonna get. And it's so funny because like maybe a day or two after my dad had bought it, my mom had saw it on like QVC or HSN, one of the home shopping network things, and she was gonna buy it because she really wanted one. And my dad had called like right then, and he told her if she had got me anything for Christmas yet. And she's like, no, I was going to get the Keurig for her. He's like, don't get the Keurig. Don't get a coffee maker. Keep her away from the coffee makers. And he explained that he had purchased one for me. And so, like, a day or two later, I had called my mom, and I didn't know that this was happening. I didn't know. And so I called her. I'm like, hey, Mom, can I get a coffee maker? It doesn't have to be an expensive one. I just want one that's like $30, $40. And there were some pretty nice ones that were $30, $40. They had good reviews and everything. So I'm like, okay, I don't need like a $100 one. No. I don't need that. And so she's like, no, you don't need a coffee maker. Don't get a coffee maker. Why do you need a coffee maker? You don't even drink coffee. And so she was like, if you want coffee, just go to your C store and get the Starbucks coffee. And I'm like, but that's cold. I want warm coffee. It's cold outside. I'll be okay with the cold coffee if it was hot, but it's cold. But so she's like, you don't need no coffee maker. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just get it when I get home, so I don't have to carry it back and forth between school. And so when I found out the reason why she had said that, I just started laughing because I had told her, because she's like, she was really worried that I was going to get one. Because usually, even though she says not to, I'll still get it. Sometimes I won't. But she's like, I'm so glad that you did not get it. I'm like, yeah, because it sounded like you were mad at me even suggesting it. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get it. Because I don't want her mad at me for that tiny reason. Because it's no reason for that. So yeah, I got that. And I got actually a good amount of Keurig coffee. What's on this box is not even in here. My mom and I actually drank all of these, and we ended up getting more. And what is in here is not all of them. I have this whole thing is filled with different ones, and I just dropped my receipt. Where'd you fall? All the way over there. Come here. Okay. And what's in here is not all of them either, because my mom had me order more for her, and so she has her stuff over there. So, yay. But yeah, so that was my Keurig. And then my mom had gave me a good amount of money. She's like, you know what, just buy yourself something. Because usually I don't. During Christmas, I don't buy myself anything because I want to get everyone else's gift and get that. And then if I get money for Christmas, then I'll buy myself something. But usually I don't get myself anything. I never really saw a reason for me to get something for Christmas, to open up on Christmas. I never saw that. But she like gave me money. She's like, you know what, go and buy yourself something for Christmas that you can open up for yourself. I'm like, okay. And I had also been looking at like sewing machines because I want to start sewing. And I've sewn a little. I don't really have much experience with sewing because actually I used to sew the skirts for my mom's dance team. But that was the only big project I had was sewing. And then our sewing machine had died, so I haven't touched a sewing machine since, how old was I? Maybe 10. So that's like 11, 12 years ago. So, oh, Savvy's finally waking up. Hey, Hopper. But yeah, so I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get myself a sewing machine, and then I can teach myself how to sew, and then hopefully in the long run be able to make cosplay outfits and Lolita outfits, because that's what my mom wants to do. And so I'm like, okay, I could just teach myself how to do all this. And so I'm like looking through all of them, and there's so many, and I'm like going through all the reviews trying to find the best one for the amount of money that I had. And I'm like, all of the ones in my price range were pretty good. And I'm like, I don't know which one to get. And so I finally like thought about it. I'm like, well, I don't need all those fancy not gadgets, but stitches, because I'm just right now doing basic stitching. And so I'm like, okay, so no more than 20 stitches is what I need. And so I found one that was 17 stitches, and it came with a carrying case, which was good. And it ended up being a little bit less than my my Christmas money range. So I was really happy. So I got that, and it got here pretty quickly. So yeah, and then I ended up buying myself and my mom some cute boots, both ankle and like calf boots. So yeah, this was a very nice Christmas, and I got to see my brother after 6, 7 years. I finally got to see him again. So I was very happy with this Christmas. I was happy that I was able to see people that I haven't seen in a long time. So yeah, this was a good Christmas. Alright, I'm going to stop this because I need to check and see how my water is going, and I need to finish getting ready so I can shovel outside. Yay! I hate snow. And for all the people who say they love it, shush. Especially if you don't have to shovel it. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, I love the snow. The snow is wonderful. And you don't even have to shovel. I'm going to cut this off now before I go on a rant. Alright, so I will see you guys during my next post. I don't know when that's going to be. Everything's kind of... Basically, I make videos whenever I have time. Savvy. Hey. And he goes the other way. Wonderful. No one should be coming that way. Alright, I will see you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.